this week? I don't remember.
One.
You wish. You wish we were starting off with a good movie. Actually, we did start with Adam and his family. Air Force One. 7? 7 sounds good.
Doesn't matter.
No, not really. With Aliens, the 1986 sequel to Alien.
Cleverly named. They added an S.
That they did. Better than Cubed. This, honestly, I think more people know this movie than they do. I think this movie is more famous than the first one.
Probably. I mean, it's where a lot of staples of the alien crap came in. And Game Over Man. But all the gun sounds and shit like that are from this movie.
I don't remember any gun sounds in the other two, though.
I mean, like, when you think of...
Oh,
the guns have a very distinct sound.
Yeah, they do. And the Marines have at the time, a distinct look. I think there's a lot of other movies that have copied the way the Space Marines look. Like, looking like the football pad armor, more or less.
Yeah. Which
I imagine that's probably what it was modified football pads. But the only things I know off the top of my head about this movie is that this was James Cameron's second movie he directed. First one being Terminator, and everybody told him, don't do a sequel to Aliens. And he was he
did a sequel to Alien.
Or, you know what I mean. Shut up. David Fincher got screwed, but we'll get to that next week.
And we are watching the extended edition, which means there's a lot of... If you haven't seen the extended edition of Aliens, there's a lot of shit they cut out of the original.
A lot of the Newt stuff, and a lot of Ripley stuff, too, if I remember.
Ripley finds out that her daughter has died of old age.
Which makes more sense why she becomes so super attached to Newt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's... I would say out of all director's cut stuff that I have, this one's probably the one that I watch more than I watch a theatrical version of. The only other thing is Terminator 2. The scenes that they added back in for Terminator 2 are kind of, they don't really need to be there.
Most of them don't, which is why I'm actually more of a fan of theatrical releases in most part. This being an exception, and the Lord of the Rings movies being an exception, because even though those turn into monsters to watch,
those you might just do.
Those are almost completely different movies when you watch them with all the extra shit.
That's true. The only movie I can think of that I only have the director's cut of is Watchmen, and I don't know because I didn't watch it in theaters. I just watched the director's cut.
I also like Dances with Wolves, but that's just because I like Dances with Wolves. And yes, it made that movie even longer.
Did it make it as long as The Postman?
It was longer than The Postman. I think the director's cut of Dances with Wolves is, somewhere between 3 and 4 hours.
Which was big at the time. Now that's a standard movie.
Well, 3 is. Maybe for Peter Jackson. Most people don't go there.
I'm still waiting for the extended version of The Hobbit to come out.
They'll get there.
Probably right around in a couple months, right before they release the next movie.
Sure, when Lucas releases his next edition of Star Wars, somehow he'll stretch each one to 3 or 4 hours. Just with added bullshit. Well, we'll get to Star Wars eventually.
Jedi's already almost 3 hours.
It's also full of bullshit.
Just because you don't like Max Rebo.
Yeah, sorry, I don't like comedy in my Star Wars movies that isn't snappy one-liners. Sketch comedy can be left for other.
You don't like...
Leave it to kids in the hall, Lucas.
Well, that was an obscure reference that...
What?
Kids in the hall.
It's not obscure.
Nowadays it is. I guarantee you half the people don't, okay, I don't want to say half, target demographic age, 18 to 35, which we're not anymore, don't know who Kids in the Hall are.
Then you're stupid.
I agree, you're stupid. I should go see if I can find Brain Candy before we hit B. That movie was awesome. Anyway, so yes, we're watching the director's cut of Aliens.
Which you wouldn't have known from the last few minutes of stupid shit.
Hey, that's what's awesome. We'll see you in God knows how long again.
Longer than the theatrical version.
Probably longer than the first Alien, I'm guessing.
Oh, didn't seem like a long movie. I don't even know how long that movie was.
I think it clocked in at just over 2 hours with the extended stuff.
Didn't seem that long.
No, it didn't. This probably won't either because it's really high paced.
Yep.
So we'll see you after we see people get away from that bitch. Hey, and I just thought of something too before we start watching it.
That we still don't have those huge crate loaders that are awesome.
Well, there's that. I don't remember we'll have to make note of what the time, like what year it's actually supposed to, because I think they say.
Oh.
I'm surprised we don't have those power loaders like that. Or something equivalent to
I think and here's more shit that actually doesn't mean anything. I think the main reason exosuits and stuff aren't practical is because of the power source. Batteries aren't practical because it takes too much, and otherwise you're attached with an umbilical cord to something. So, just
or
not practical yet.
Fusion reactor like in Ghostbusters.
Yes.
But no, our least favorite character from the first one is back in the first couple scenes of this.
Who was our least favorite character?
Jonesy.
Oh, the cat. That's right. Yeah.
He goes ape shit in a dream, if I remember right. I don't think that part was real. But yeah, this is his last appearance.
Good.
Tear.
Now he won't murder people.
Or help people get murdered. Yes, he got Harry Dean Stanton killed, I'm convinced. Screw not John Hurt. I can't remember that guy's name. The guy that actually got the face hugger put on him. It was Jonesy's fault. I am convinced of this. Biggest dick in movies I've seen so far.
To the first part of A.
Yes. I really don't know how many more A movies. I think there's only like 6 or 7 left, not including the rest of these. So we'll see you after we see the last of Jonesy. Poor Jonesy.
Fucking cat.
She's still a dumbass.
And then everyone died in the next movie. Spoilers.
I think there's like, I think it's like a 10-year spoiler thing. If you haven't seen a movie 10 years after it came out, if you don't know Rosebud's the Sled by now, you got issues. What?
Form a thought.
This is a lot like the first movie where I remember the first one being more of a horror movie, and now it's not. This was
always more of an action movie than anything else.
But it's also more of like a tension-based suspense movie than...
All the Alien movies are.
This one I was like, okay, this is just balls-to-the-wall action. There's not. There's only like 3 pockets of just like...
Oh, it's relative, because it's more action than any of the other movies.
True. I know. I always remember it being like an action movie, like I can't think, like a Die Hard type thing.
Nope.
That's what my memories of it were, and just yeah, it's more of a suspense movie than that, and it's I don't know, it's just weird. And like we talked about when we watched the first one, that for being this strong female lead, Ripley is really fucking stupid.
She's less stupid in this one.
Why? Because she went back for a girl instead of a cat?
Yeah. But, yeah, like I said, when we were watching it, just she could be presumed dead, you just leave, you feel bad, but bye. But since this is a movie, you go back for the kid, who is miraculously still alive and unharmed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I like the movie and all, but it's just it still kind of holds up. It's just
I think it definitely holds up. I like it.
I like it. It's just it's not what I remember it, and that's kind of what.
Well, that's why you're rewatching.
That's true. The only, I mean, and I don't know if like he was written that way, but Bill Paxton's character pretty much steals the movie. He's pretty much the only thing other than the "get away from her, you bitch." That line and him's the only things you really remember from the movie.
Well, remember like Newt in general and the power loader fight and everything.
And the thing with Newt, I was thinking of, I couldn't think of the words when we were watching it, because people always talk about how like the best screams in horror movies, and nobody brings her up because she has like.
Because she's just it's every little girl's high-pitched scream. If you go to a fucking Justin Bieber concert, you will hear that scream magnified by 1,000,000.
Well, let's go get tickets and find out.
I'll pass.
But
If we bring aliens to it. I'm not talking about the movie.
Talk about finding a xenomorph and unleash.
No better place.
Well, there's probably a couple other places it'd be. But I don't. It's just, I don't know. My opinion of it's really weird, and I don't know why. Because I like the movie, but it's just it's eh.
It's not it's a good movie.
I know it's a good movie, but it.
This is why I have the motto of nostalgia is best left in the past. Because when you revisit something that you're like, oh, that was the greatest shit ever, it's not. You were young and stupid.
Okay.
But I mean, this is still a good movie. It's just, it's never going to, if you see something that was awesome when you were younger, when you go back to it 10 or 15 years later, it will never live up to what it once was.
Not necessarily. Okay, well, look, the first movie we watched is Addams Family.
Yeah.
That's still, I would still like that as much as the first time I saw it. That hasn't changed.
Eh.
I don't know.
I mean, it's still good, but
yeah.
But you probably didn't think it was anything. It hadn't been long enough for you to have this different opinion of it, which apparently Aliens had been long enough for you to misremember what you saw.
True. That, I don't know. It's. I will watch this again, but it's just. I don't know. And this kind of worries me going into the next one. Because I remember liking 3. I remember hating 4 with a passion. Because 4 just has some of the stupidest shit in it.
They all have stupid shit in it.
Okay.
This is where our opinions are going to definitely differ. We're coming on to my personal weakest one, which is 3, but I liked 4. Although I also know the general opinion is people don't like 4. But I think it's got a very good cast.
From what I remember of 3...
I remember a bunch of boring-ass prison scenes and lava. Or, sorry, molten steel. So, yeah, that's what I'm going into.
From what I remember of 3, though this will change because I don't remember Ripley being as dumb as she is in 1 and 2. I don't think she's as dumb in 3.
It's because there's no one to rescue. They're all fucking dead.
Bishop's not dead. He does a cameo. She kills him.
She never really had a deep emotional attachment to him.
He saved her life.
She slapped his cornbread away. You don't get over something like your cornbread being smacked away from you.
Maybe it was shitty cornbread. The Marines complained about their cornbread.
That's the crux of the Aliens movie, the cornbread arc that's never actually discussed.
It is true.
Was it shitty cornbread?
They were still eating it even though it was shitty.
Or were they just complaining?
Because they're Marines?
Yeah. We'll never know. James Cameron, make a sequel.
Stop it.
Aliens 5.
Stop your Avatar 2 and 3 bullshit. That's your
4.
And 4?
Yes.
I know they're filming 2 and 3 at the same time.
4's on its way too.
They gotta do 2 and 3 first, you know.
Yeah, but technically they're not going to release 2 and 3 together. Jackass, so 4 could be part of that.
Maybe
it doesn't matter. Fucking Smurfs 2 already beat them to it, so they're down 1 movie already.
Like we kind of talked. Was this his last really good? No, Terminator 2 was probably his last really good movie.
Quite possibly. I'm looking forward to see what he does with Battle Angel Alita.
Is he directing it?
Yeah. However, that's after
the Avatar movie.
Avatar bullshit.
Shit, we'll probably be dead by the time. He'll be dead, and somebody else will come in and maybe make a good movie out of it. He's just. I don't know what to say. I can't really.
It's a good movie. It's apparently not what you remember.
Yeah, the movie, yeah, but I'm trying to think of like a director that like was good back when we were growing up that still actually does decent shit now.
I'll tell you who it isn't. George Lucas. And Spielberg to a point.
I haven't even seen
Probably because of George Lucas mainly, but
I think the last Spielberg movie I saw was Crystal Skull.
I'm sorry.
I know, I didn't see.
That was again largely Lucas's fault.
It was both their fault.
Yeah.
They both had their hand in that shitstorm of a movie. But no.
Super 8 was pretty good.
See, I didn't see Super 8. I can't even think of the. Yeah, but like Spielberg's not Lucas. And I'm a Lucas.
Like Cameron's movies aren't terrible. It's just I think the theme is a lot weaker. Like Aliens, obviously good. Terminator, good. Titanic, the boat sinks. Who gives a shit?
Kate Winslet's tits.
Like Avatar, I grew up with the Smurfs, and I've never been a tree hugger, so that can get bent.
And that's a movie that I saw it in 3D, and I was like,
so did I.
I don't really think it was worth it. And that's what I have to blame now for everything being in 3D now.
Yeah, that's trickling away again. It comes and goes in cycles.
I mean, like some movies that I saw in 3D were really pretty good. Avengers in 3D was pretty good.
I generally don't see them anymore. in 3D. Beowulf was actually good in 3D.
I never saw that. Because it looked like a 300 clone.
Beowulf?
I think it was 300 though.
Are you thinking The Immortals?
Yeah, The Immortals was a 300 clone. I've watched that a couple of times trying to justify its existence. I can't. I would rather sit through the Clash of Titans remake than The Immortals. That Clash of Titans remake was absolute garbage.
The Kraken looked cool.
Eh.
Besides that, not much going for it.
I don't even remember what the Kraken looked like, to tell you the truth. I remember the original Kraken more than I remember
big.
that. I remember the original Kraken. That's.
It got released. And smote.
Did Zeus unleash the Kraken?
He was very shiny in that movie.
He was Jesus.
Apparently.
Anyway. Wow.
So Aliens is a good movie.
It's a good movie. It's, if you remember it being a balls to the wall action movie, it's not.
I actually think I liked it better than the first one.
Yeah. It is better than the first one. Well, I don't know. Yeah. What? I know. Because I like, to some degree, I like the overall characters in the first one better. Because in this one, like I said, the only one that really sticks out is Hicks.
You mean?
Bill Paxton's character.
No, that's not Hicks.
That's Hudson.
Hudson.
Yeah. Sorry. He's the other one that really sticks out. I mean,
Hicks is good too.
what?
And Apone is good while he's alive. I mean, waking up from a cryo sleep and instantly putting a cigar in your mouth, that's classic.
You know what, though? But if you're going to... See, I can't ever look at an army... a military leader, quote, leader, ever the same after seeing Full Metal Jacket. Because nobody's going to top Emery's.
Well, he wasn't a leader. He was just a drill sergeant.
That's a leader.
Not well, in boot camp. I mean, he's not fucking leading a squad of guys.
He could have. That would have been all. Would have been like the Sergeant Hulka in Stripes. He leads them in boot camp and then leads them out in the field.
Yeah, that's a serious military movie. If you want what the military's like, go see Stripes if you haven't seen it.
What are you talking about?
And then for real paranormal movies, you followed up with Ghostbusters. Because you'll be used to the characters.
Because Bill Murray plays pretty much the same character in all of his comedy movies.
Mm-hmm.
Except maybe Groundhog Day.
I think we're straying again. I want to go to sleep.
Me too. I gotta get up in 4 hours. Alright, so watch this shit.
For sure.
And next week will be probably our first really big debate. Maybe.
4 is better.
I remember 3 being better. Take that for what it's worth.
3 makes 2 pointless. I think that's one of my problems with it.
4 makes 3 pointless.
No, 4
makes 3 pointless.
4 makes 3 makes a sequel to 3. They brought back Ripley.
I'm sure they explain it, but
They do.
how?
They cloned her.
From what?
I don't know.
She jumped in a fucking molten...
But there was other shit of hers laying around.
Just laying around.
Yes.
She took a shit in a corner and they cloned her out of that.
Could be.
with that,
Look, it doesn't matter. 3 stupid anyway. So.
4 stupid. The only thing that saves 4 is the cast. That's the only thing that.
That's all you need. You get a shitty movie. You cast what's his nuts, Hellboy, Ron Perlman, and you win. That's it. Why do you think Pacific Rim was so good? It wasn't the robots. It was Ron Perlman.
He was in Pacific Rim?
Have you not seen Pacific Rim?
No.
You fucking loser.
You told me it was a boring movie.
No, I did not.
You
There's
should-
probably something else I saw at that time. Pacific Rim was fucking awesome, and I would not have told you otherwise.
I thought you told me you didn't like it.
Nope. That was probably something else I saw around that time. There was plenty of other bullshit I saw around that time.
Maybe I'll rent that before I go to sleep tonight.
It's good.
Anyway.
Watch Pacific Rim. And anything with Ron Perlman in it.
Let's see. City of Lost Children. That's a good movie of his.
Watch Sons of Anarchy. Watch.
I quit watching Sons of Anarchy after season 3.
Watch Hellboy.
Hellboy 2.
I'm sure there's stuff you shouldn't like you can't. Unfortunately, Ron Perlman doesn't exactly balance out like, say, Nicolas Cage in Season of the Witch. I haven't brought myself to watch that yet.
Me either.
Because I mean, there are people that can drag him down.
Nicolas Cage can drag anybody down. He's an actor that just took a nosedive.
When was he good?
Malkovich makes that movie.
Right, like you could put anyone else in Nic Cage's role. Con Air would be a better movie. It was a good movie. It would be better with somebody else in that.
I kind of liked Guilty Pleasure. I don't own it, so Face Off, because he played.
Jesus fucking Christ!
He played an awesome psychopath in Face Off.
I couldn't get past the premise. I never watched it. I never fucking will. Because that is the stupidest fucking premise ever. Yeah, I'm gonna get plastic surgery to look like my fucking arch nemesis.
Oh no, it's not plastic surgery. They actually take the faces off and.
This is the man I hate, and I'm a normal cop. I'm gonna look just like him because he looks like me. Won't that prove nothing? I don't even know why. It doesn't even matter why. The fucking they might as well have just done brain transplants and be like, isn't that crazy? Woo! Fucking Face Off. I'm going to bed. Watch that.
Watch that. We'll see you next week with Alien 3. And maybe more discussion about Nic Cage movies.